What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What's up, guys? Today's the first time that I have one of these. A little bit of notes. Fucking Dexter Resurrection review. I mean, sheesh. For those who watched the past one, the singular person who watched it, they will know that I really appreciated the ending of. Well, appreciate is not the right word, but I liked and I loved New Blood basically, and now, well, shit. Let's just say my buddy might be fucking right. Singular season, and it's fucking better than most originals. Shit, we talking Dexter Resurrections. So, not Resurrections, Resurrection. I know he's going to correct me if I don't say it correctly. But I think we're going to start, and we're going to go into... I kind of only have 3 points that I wanted to... that felt important here. But we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on here. So in this one, Dexter actually, they actually cleared up something that I didn't think made sense. Because here's the thing. Dexter in New Blood, in the ending, was supposedly shot and killed by his son, Harrison, and bled out in the snow. However, in Resurrection, they actually cleared things up for me in a way that, if it actually makes sense scientifically, if I Google it and it says that it's possible, which I haven't yet, but we're going to do live, then it's an excusable thing. So we're going to Google it live. Is it scientifically possible to survive a gunshot in the snow like Dexter did when Harrison shot him? Let's see what it says. Yes, it is possible. Though unlikely, it's unlikely, of course, due to the conditions, but they say that it's under the 0-degree weather that, it's, it stops his blood flow, and, in my opinion, it's a valid excuse, to bring him back, to resurrect him. And it's funny, you get a lot of flashbacks, to fucking Dokes and such. And fucking Harry makes a return finally. Harry's the main fucking voice in Dexter's head again, kind of his voice of reason. And now I finally have it confirmed that the voice of reason depends on where Dexter is at the time. So, I think it depends on more than what I initially guessed. Because initially I would... base it on whether he's good or bad, in the sense that when he was not the first time Brian returned as a voice of reason, I call them that instead of calling them a voice in his head. I call them voices of reason, even though fucking Brian was more of a voice of hatred, voice of murder in Dexter's head. But when he was the voice of reason in Dexter's head, Dexter had recently, pretty much fucked up, pretty big. And the same happens when he gets locked in this show after Batista gets shot by Praetor, the big bad wolf in this resurrection. And it's very interesting to note because it obviously has a little more than to do with Dexter being on a bad or evil or good path than just that. That was my initial guess, because when Brian first returned, Dexter was kind of on a bad guy path in the sense that he did a lot of bad decisions before then, and he returned, and it was just a shame, But what else? What next? Yeah, so the Harry return was the most fun, the most important one for me. Of course, we did get to see some of Masuka, and I was super fucking happy to see him again. If anything, I hope Masuka has a lead role as like he's present in Resurrection season 2, but you can only hope. Maybe Quinn. Maybe that's gonna be the next follow up. They're gonna. Dexter really misses the guys, but I don't know. It would be cool to have the gang back. Quinn and Masuka being back and such and such. But other than that, we can touch on the points that we're gonna kind of go out of order, and in the end, the very last seconds of the show, he looks at the viewer because he's talking about who he is and who he wants to be, and then he looks at the viewer and says that Dexter is exactly who you want him to be, and he looks at the viewer breaking the fourth wall or the fourth dimension or whatever the fuck it's called. I know it's the fourth wall. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, don't correct me on that, Barbara. I can Google it. Yeah. Suck a dick, man. Fuck off. I got this, man. It's the fourth wall. And if it's not, then fucking there's two dicks. Two dicks in that asshole. That's what DP means for the 12-year-olds who don't know what the fuck that means. But that was one of the most badass parts of the show. And speaking of badass, Harrison finally becomes close again to Dexter, and they actually, after Dexter kind of sees that he's going to turn himself in, and is just like, no, don't do that. After Harrison kills the guy, whoever his name was, I forget. But, it was really awesome. Dexter and Harrison hitting it off again and actually working together, not as like killers, but he did have to work together with Harrison at the end to protect Harrison, because otherwise he would have, things would have gone badly. And I gotta say it, my third and final point is that this has the most, in my opinion, the most badass, most awesome Dexter since the first season. I fucking love the Dexter in Resurrection. The way he is, he's so badass and fucking cool and awesome in this one. It really did feel like coming back to the early days, man. It felt fucking awesome. And I'm a little tired, yeah. Had a long day partying last night, so yeah, I mean, what can I say? Now I don't have anything to watch. Technically I do, because I have The Office. I started it and it's on Showtime, so I can just continue watching while eating. I'm probably going to cook up some eggs. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Because, I need to eat something, but I don't feel like doing much of anything, so I'll cook some eggs. Because that's easy. But yeah, I fucking love the Beatles, and there was like a lot of good stuff in this one, even good music. I remember there was fuck. I have to look. I said something like "fuck yeah." There was a piece of music where it was like, "Holy shit, this is in here," and it was the music that played when the Dark Passenger first appeared. So I think I said that the other day to my buddy. I said, hell yeah. Hell yeah, something. We're gonna find it out. I was talking about ELP because I needed to listen to that one again. I was talking about School of Rock there. Funny. I'm just finding it. Let me just pause it. Right. That explains why I was so excited. So when they first showed the Dark Passenger, Red Schmidt, they played fucking Black Sabbath War Pigs, and I was so fucking excited. I was just like, fuck yeah, War Pigs! To my buddy. But yeah, I mean, what can I say? If I had to rank this, I still have to watch back my ranking, so I guess I forgot to do that. Pissing down my ass, I guess. Because I fucking forgot what my rankings are. But I think I know the top. And the top of the top is obviously, I think it was the 6th, was my 8th, was my favorite before. And New Blood was somewhere in the ones that I really liked. To think. Resurrection might actually be the best one. I mean, now that I think of it, it's basically everything that New Blood had, but better and a return to form. And it has probably my yeah, maybe. Praetor might be my favorite villain. In terms of like a bad guy, he is the most quintessentially bad guy so far, because he's the first one who actually held his son. Now I know Arthur Mitchell is the one who killed his wife and Harrison's mother, but it's just the way he is, man. He's such a fucking big creep and fucking, shit, man. This might be my favorite. Villain, story, progression. It's really fucking good. It's hard to say it's not. And, well, shit. You know what they say? What comes around goes around, so I guess I'll have to eat my words and just say that Resurrection, it earned it, It earned its place as my favorite, It truly earned it by just being fucking awesome. And I guess my buddy's going to be pretty happy to hear that, because obviously. But yeah, that was fucking awesome, man. I fucking loved it. It was just fucking mint as fuck. So fucking good. 10 out of 10 across the board. 15 out of 10. I mean, honestly, that Resurrection is worth watching on its own, how good it is. That's how fucking good it is. Just absolutely start to finish interesting out the fucking ass. And this is coming from the guy who actually loved New Blood. Resurrection was so fucking awesome that... wow. I mean, this is just a wow moment. That was wow. And for it to be the latest season that was just aired, literally, earlier this year or whatever... that's fucking awesome, man. I fucking loved it. You guys get an applause for this one. Michael, you have some great acting. Whatever the fuck your name is for Harrison, you are a great actor too. Harry, you already know you're a great actor. Director and scripter, whoever the fuck you are, congratulations. You fucking outdid yourself. You created some of the best TV in history. Whoever was the fucking script writer for this specific season, even if you were the same one as the original, you fucking outdid yourself, buddy. single man ovation for Dexter Resurrection. That's fucking right.